Hey everyone, this is Gwydion, and I wanted to show off the progress I feel like I've made on making Shadow of the Demon Lord within Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Most of you know me from Fantasy Grounds, and I still love Fantasy Grounds for all the supported rule sets, but Foundry seems really cool for creating your own unique rule sets. And in this case, I found a module called Sandbox, and it's more than a module. It's an entire system that Sergras created that a bunch of us are using to create our own world. So definitely check him out and check out the module. I'll link it in the video below. So let's get started. And I'm still new to Foundry, so if I make some mistakes, I apologize. But let's create a character. So I'm going to change to my template PC default, go to my main tab, and this is everything I've created for my Shadow of the Demon Lord rule set. We got a main tab. We have a tab that's going to track afflictions and effects, fate rolls if we need them. There's a hidden tab here just for me, and I'm going to make a priest to show you what this does. But this helps me track some items that I need to add for a certain religion. Inventory tab, and then my other, which is kind of all the background, all the other information in my wealth. All right, so let's start with picking an ancestry. I'm just going to pick human, so I'm going to drag and drop human anywhere on here. See, it updates this. So you can see there's something that we need to do with human. So let's look at human and see what they get. Starting attributes are all 10s, so you get all those 10. Choose one attribute, increase it by 1. So let's see what this does here. So you get a language, and it says right here, you speak the common tongue. You can either speak one additional language or add a random profession. Here's the random profession. I'm just going to say hierarchaic. There's still an exclamation point, so I need to do something more. And this is the increase attribute score, one attribute score by 1. So that's what I will do. I will do, since I'm going to make a priest, let's do will. So I'll say okay. And then every character in Shadow of the Demon Lord has the ability, if they want, to increase one attribute by 1 or decrease by 1. So I built this into the character sheet. Kind of want my strength to be a little bit higher. So I'm going to say increase strength by 1. No. Yeah, why not? And at the same time, I'm going to have to decrease something. So we'll decrease intellect. Why not? There you go. So you can see how this changed these here. And attributes such as health equals your strength score. So that works. That's my maximum health. We'll just type in 11 for my current health. Healing rate is 1/4 your health rounded down. And damage, all the damage I'm just tracking as part of current health. Everything else looks good. Perception is your intellect score. So my perception score is not very good. But that should be it for the level 0 human. So now we're going to level him up. Drag on level 1 here so you can see that. And we'll pick a path. I'm going to pick a priest just to show you because I built a fair bit of functionality in. For a priest is a little complicated. So we drag him on. Immediately gets an active trait here, shared recovery. So it allows him to do some healing. And you have an activation here that we can activate that and use it as like a consumable basically with 1 use. I also put things, actually you'll notice a new tab popped up here. Whenever my power score gets above 0, this tab opens up because I will have some spells. Other. So you can see a number of passive talents and traits. So I just track things like a religious profession that I'm able to add. That's manual, so I'd have to add that down here. But everything else I've done so far that's passive, and my languages are here. All right, so let's go back and see what I'm missing here. And I'll open up the priest. Maybe we can track that as we go a bit. Okay, so increase 2 attributes by 1, which is up here. So I'm going to do strength and will again. Okay, you can see it already updated my health. We still have another exclamation point. Language, So either read one language you can speak or add a language to the list of languages you can speak. Oh, I want to speak Elvish. Okay. And then, okay, so here every priest has to pick a religion, and that's what ties him or her to the spells that they can select. So we're going to select, not Dwarven Ancestry, I'm a human. I'm just going to say Cult of the New God. So when I do that, I've built in functionality that says it'll automatically tell me which traditions that I can select from. Because if you look at the magic traditions, there's a ton of them. But priests are limited to 3, and they're specific to the religion you picked. So what I did was built in a hidden table here, and once I selected Cult of the New God, that populated a 1 here, and then the module, or the mod I created, looks for that and says, okay, these are the only 3 traditions that he can select. So we're going to start with life. Why not? Okay. And then you'll see in the magic tab, the life tradition is here. I've got that built out. So I still have more to select. So let's go here. So I get to choose either another tradition or learn a spell. So when you get a tradition, you automatically get a cantrip, a level 0 spell. But let's just say we'll just learn a spell. I had to create this you can't have the same C item named the same thing. So I just created a 1, 2, 3 to signify if I get multiple spells, just a workaround for now. So we'll say, okay. So we discovered 1 tradition and then make 2 choices. So now I get my final choice. I'm going to say Celestial. Okay. So that's it for now, but now I need to pick my spells. That's a manual process, but I can pick, I learned 1 spell and then I have 2 traditions. So I get 2 level 0 spells and then I can pick 1 level 1 spell if I want. So let's do this. So I've got to pick them from my traditions. So Celestial and Life. So Celestial spells and Life. Let's see. Burning Beam. Is that an attack? Yeah, that's good. So we'll do Burning Beam as 1. We'll do, and then what's Life? Cure. That's a level 1. Burning Beam is 0, so I could do that. Why not? I'll do Cure, and then I get 1 more level 0, which I'd have to. I can pick it from either one. Or no, I can't. Sorry. I do have to pick it from here. Let's just say Life Sense. I don't know. But the cool thing is the functionality is built in that already tells me I get 2 level 0 spells for each spell I know, 2 slots, I should say. So I can cast them twice. So that's already showing here. I can cast it by using the item over here, and then Cure is the same thing. These I built in, and if it's relevant, it'll be populated. If it's not, it won't. And then you do have the attack rolls as well. So like Burning Beam, you're making a will attack roll. So I have that built in here in the damage, so maybe we'll try that if we get into a combat. Concentration, I'm not sure if I handled that quite right, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to keep him level 1 to make this easier. And then I'm going to roll for some starting equipment. So let's go to a roll table that I created. Starting wealth. Show you in chat. And let's roll. All right, destitute. Of course. So if he's destitute, here's my starting equipment. And here's my inventory tab. If I pull on destitute starting equipment, oh shoot, I wonder if I did that right. Yeah, I did. But I probably need to clean this up because it shouldn't show this. We'll do a club for him. And that pops in, and I think that's literally, I might not have put that in here. And did it populate his starting wealth? Let's see. Clubber stones, and yeah, so my starting wealth should have been populated for me. So it rolled a 1d6. Sorry if I'm jumping around a little bit, but it automatically rolled a 1d6 bits. So I get 5 bits and I've got a club. And that's it. Not a whole lot of exciting things. But the cool thing is you do see here, the club's here, and then it's also here, down here. So that's nice. The attack roll's all ready to go. So I'm going to give him, just to show you how it works, I'm going to go ahead and give him just a little bit of armor. Nothing too fancy. Let's just do, what is soft leather? It's agility +1. Let's do that. So you drag on soft leather. Now it's not active yet. So you'll notice if I go back to the main tab, my defense is 10, which is just equal to my agility. But then if I equip soft leather and go back to my main tab, it's 11. That's my agility +1. So that's pretty slick. Is there anything else? Other tab? Yeah, I could put in age. I don't know. 25. Build. Wiry. I can spell. All right. So now let's give him a little image and be close to kind of maybe showing you what the maps look like. Let's go up and see if I can find my images quickly. Grove portrait. I like this portrait pack. But this is from Arknight. Yeah, let's just do, I know he's not. Let's do this. He's more priest looking. We'll do that. So the other thing, and like I said, I'm still learning how the Foundry works. So I'm going to go into prototype token to show you token name. I want it to say Gwydion. Display name, we're going to say on hover. So if I hover over it, or if anybody hovers over it, why not? Represented actors, me, link actor data. That's if you want to keep somebody unique. So if you have multiple monsters, you don't click that. That's how I understand it, at least. So I'm going to click that. Might as well have them unique, friendly. Vision, this will be cool. So make sure you click this. But I'm going to do, I'm doing it by yards. So I'm going to say 10 and 5. That'll give me 10 vision, 10 squares. Right, that's maybe a little bit too much. Why don't we do 8, 4? I don't know. And then we will make sure to click has vision, update token. And only other thing that this is what is tracked on the map. So display bars, I always want to display bars. And I'm going to do current health. And for now, that's all I'm going to do. Okay. So now I've imported a few scenes. We're going to go to this Cave of Darkness. I created this actually from Dungeon Draft. I bought it and really simple, and I used it. This is going to be a one-shot called the Lair of Death. That is a one-shot by Schwab Entertainment. I actually built a door in here just to show you how that works. I'm going to show you the player view in a little bit. And you can see I've got something sneaky up here, a spider ready to go. So I'm going to pull Gwydion onto the map. And then I'm going to make sure, so I'm going to select him. And then I'm going to make sure, see, it's weird. Why does he already have? Not sure why his resources are down to 11. But we can update that easy enough. Let's double click on him. Maybe I didn't update that yet. So we'll put him back to 16. And I've got some other modules. I won't really explain too much, but I have some other modules built in, but let's make sure. So that's his health. And we should be ready to go. Yeah. So let me pull up player view. Oh, you know what? I may need to give this permissions. So owner, all players are owners, so that way it should work. So you can see the squares. That's pretty cool. Or the circles for the lighting. All right. Let me, Gwydion is over here. And I'm going to pull myself to this scene, activate this scene, and then I'm going to pull over the player view. Give me 1 second. And here comes the player's view. So you can see pretty close to the same. I can move this around. You see my tokens up here. I'm not restricted. I can move this. And again, I showed you this lacks permission to delete combatants. I'm not sure what that is. Huh. Oh, that's funny. I'll have to figure out what that is. That's annoying. But if I come up to here, and then here's a door. So if I click on it, I can open it. So that's pretty neat. Then I can pull it in here. I don't know why that is saying what it's... Oh, well. So, very cool. I love the map and the visibility, and you can see that there is something up here, but Gwydion doesn't see it. So let's go back to the Game Master view just so I can get rid of that annoying pop-up. All right. So now you can see he's up here. I'm going to toggle on visibility on this guy and have him come down here. I'm going to close out the other thing just to make this easier. So it's kind of cool. So when you hover, like if I want to large spider, resources, it's fine, vision. Oh, let's do this. I can get off cap lock and display name on hover. All right, now you'll see it. Great. So if I right click, I can see it. So now what you do is I'm going to highlight both of these, right click, move them to combat. Now show you briefly. You can see them in combat. That's disappointing. I have a module that should be working. Doesn't seem like it's working for me. Let's try this again. Let's toggle them off and then toggle them on. Nope. Well, there's a module that should show the hit points up there, which is disappointing. But let's just, well, wait, you know what? If I end the combat and then do it? Yes, there we go. So maybe I just had it preloaded accidentally. So now you can see we've got some health bars. Not the prettiest looking health bars, but at least it works. And you can see their hit points. So now what we can do is I can roll. The way I set this up is I have fast turns and slow turns. So I'm just going to have the large spider go fast. You can see that automatically populates him to 19. And based on how Shadow of the Demon Lord works, I'm just going to have him go fast as well. So the players are always ahead of the monsters. So I have the default at 20 and for the PC, and then 19 for the NPCs. All right. So I think, is there anything else I need to do? I think I'm good for now. So let's begin combat. So Gwydion will start. So I'm going to unselect. Why isn't it letting? What I want to do is target. So let's see if, oh, there. No. What I'm trying to do is I want to unselect. There we go. All right. So what I really wanted to do is target him. So I want to open up Gwydion. Like I said, still learning. Sorry, guys. But I do want to show this because we will go to Magic, and Burning Beam makes a will attack roll against the target's agility. I think I've coded this, so it should, I believe, work. So I'm going to activate that. So I did the activation, and now let's do spell attack roll. So now you go into chat. I must not have shown that yet, but it is a 21. So against his agility, that does hit. So now I can look at Burning Beam. Actually, that hits 20 plus, so he also becomes blinded. So he takes 1d6 damage. So let's roll the damage. 1 damage. So the way I'm going to do that is I've got a module in here that lets me just say 1 damage. I have to click out of him, and he's got 19. But he's also blinded, so this gives me a cool opportunity. You can see it updated up here too, which is nice, the hit points. So I'm going to clear this just to show this better, but he's also blinded. So there's a couple things I can do here. I have another module that I added in that I can toggle effects, so you can see the spider is blinded. There's a link in here so a player can look at this and say, what does that mean? So I'm going to make attack rolls against it with 1 boon, which is awesome. And perception challenge rolls relying on sight result in failure, yada, yada, yada. So that's cool. Now, I also created, and this is good practice for me on how I'm going to run this, but I also created some Afflictions Effects here. So if I go to my Afflictions, I can drag on Blinded. And that should have some it automatically moves his speed to 2, if that matters. You can see that changed here. And that's that. So let's minimize this for now. And let's go back to the combat tracker. And let's move to him. So for now, he's going to go slow. So what can he do? He can't do his fangs, but you know what? We're going to cheat. And we're going to say that he can use his fangs. Why isn't it? I wonder if it's because I'm in the targeting. And maybe it wouldn't let me move. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So here's what I want to show you is this should work. So he's targeted. Let's go back to chat. Let's clear it. Now, I'm going to say he makes it with one Bane. So I'm going to put Bane on 1. Fangs is active, and I'm going to attack. So 17, I had to subtract 5, but it tells you right here it's a hit. Now, is that a hit? Let's just make sure. Let's double click on Gwydion. So did that work? Yes, because his defense is 11, and he rolled a 12, so that's a hit. So now the damage won't automatically apply, but I can roll it. So the damage is 4. So I can hop into Gwydion, hit enter, say 4 damage. So you can see that applied. Yep, he's down to 12. And then Fangs also does 1d6 plus poison. So since I did hit, the target must make a strength challenge roll. On a failure, it takes 1d6 and becomes poisoned. So let's just show how that works. So Gwydion, double click. All right, and he makes a strength challenge roll. So let's pop over here and then do it. Success, 17. Now, why did that roll? Do I have a boon or a bane? Detail. D6 plus 2. I'll have to look at why it did that roll. So he looks like, well, he did. He would have succeeded. 17, but that bothers me. Why? Let's try that again. I'm just going to roll. So it's rolling, for some reason, an extra die. Not this one. That's doing it too. Well, shoot. I'm going to have to look at that and see what I did wrong. Because it looks like what it should be doing is rolling a d20 in the case of the strength, it should be +2, but it even shows +0. So it's confusing as to why, because my boons and banes are 0. Looks like I might have an odd statement in here. I'll have to look at. Plus if 0. Yeah, I have a feeling I screwed something up there. But anyway, that's most everything I wanted to show. It's coming along. Yeah, fate rolls here. So if I did happen to be knocked unconscious, roll this and pops up in chat, you are dying. And if you're doing your fate rolls on a 6, you're disabled. So I actually made that one. So that's great. Yeah, talked about my hidden magic. Magic's super cool. I love the way this works, and you have your tradition. So that's it for now, guys. Sorry, that was relatively long and stumbled around a little bit, but I'm really excited about the progress I've made. See if there's anything else in this I wanted to show you about. We've got all of our attack options. One thing I built in here too was a hidden tab that I can change so that if any of these, if the monster has any of these, I can put in a 1 and then it'll show up on this tab here. So if I take them off, it won't show up. So that way I don't clutter up this for things like immunities that it doesn't have. So that's pretty cool. Then you also have the descriptor of the animal. So in this case, spider is an animal. And that's it. All right, until next time, hopefully I can show you even more progress. But thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone around the forums, I'm sure. Thanks.